So got hit with an automatic restart last night. This isn't related to that programming project, but no, I should have thought about it and started streaming earlier. But anyway, the none of these settings are in any way useful. This is off. You can pause updates for some reason, um, but I want to pause forever. I want to select when I do my updates. Definitely don't want the insider program. That's the opposite of what I'm going for. Advanced options. Um, Definitely don't want more updates. They already got me up to date. I don't even know why this is an option. Um, I'm not on a meter connection. I would probably turn this off if I was anyway. This one, uh, the only notification I got was that down here, it had the little yellow dot that said, and like here it'd be like, what or whatever that said updates are pen. No, the yellow dot's over here. It'd be like whatever shut down with whatever, but I don't shut down. I'm not clicking this button. It's dumb. Um, and then uh, where was I? Yeah, notify me. I don't want to be notified. I want you to not try to update for me. And then active hours, I was like, oh well, let me just make this all of the hours. And so I did this, and it says, no, 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 we need 6 hours to install your updates. So that doesn't work. Um, and these are updates that I'm choosing not to take at the moment, because they're optional. And then recovery. I saw something online that told me to click restart now, and I, well, don't worry, it's going to take you to a page that'll configure your restart options, which isn't true. If you click restart now and you click restart now, it's going to restart your machine. Ultimately, what that article was trying to tell me was when I get restarted, maybe at one point it didn't actually restart your machine, but it does now. And when it does restart, there's like a troubleshoot. It takes you to a different boot menu. Um, and so you can click the troubleshoot button, and in there, there's some startup options. And those, uh, uh, they're these ones. And so you can do these startup settings. And so it's letting you uncheck this button. But there wasn't a system failure that caused my restart. My restart was caused because Microsoft restarted me. Um, so that article was not going to be helpful to me anyway. Back to Windows Update and advanced options. So um, so yeah, these are recovery. These definitely um, are not my issue. This is if something went wrong, and from Microsoft's perspective, everything went right. Um, oh, I clicked the wrong button. Anyway, Windows Update, advanced options. Um, and it doesn't really matter if I turn this on or not. I don't really. Why did it take me there? That's dumb. So anyway, this until moments ago had nothing. It has something now because in group policy, what you can do is go to configuration, advanced computer configuration, administrative templates, Windows components, Windows update, manage end user experience, and configure automatic updates. And what we can see here is if for me it was already not configured, which means it's number 3. Reading here, it's number 3. But I said enabled, and I set it to number 2. Um, and I don't know that this works yet. I'll let you know in a couple months. Um, but the options we have here, these seem to not be correct names based on the descriptions over here. But let's go through notify for download and auto install. So what this says to me is that once there's updates available, is going to pop up a thing that says, "Hey, you've got updates available," and then when I click "Cool," download them, it's going to then automatically install them once they're downloaded. Auto download and notify for install. Probably this one actually fits me better, given my understanding of everything at this point. But anyway, this will not notify me for the download, but it'll go ahead and download them. And then once it's downloaded, it'll say, "Hey, we downloaded some stuff. Click install when you're ready." This auto down, but I'm not going to click this one because I'm not convinced that once I click the please install button, it's not going to automatically restart. Like, I think what will happen is it'll auto download, it'll pop up a notification, and then saying, "Hey, we downloaded stuff. Let us know when you want to install." And then I'll click install, and then 2 days later, it'll just restart in the middle of the night for some reason. That's what I assume would actually happen for this. Um, so I'm not picking that one at the moment. I might play around with these at some point, but I just want to get a good baseline. Um, and then four, auto download and schedule the install. So it's going to download stuff, and then it'll do what it seems to me. It'll notify that stuff was downloaded, and when I click the button, instead of installing at that moment, it will let me pick a date and a time or something. Um, no, because this is all option four stuff. So yeah, I got GP edit. The group policy lets me set the scheduled time to install. Allow local admin to choose setting. Um, I did this and nothing changed in my Windows Update settings. Maybe a restart's required or something. Oh, I should read this over here. Um, oh, well, this says Windows 10 version. I'm assuming it means Windows 10 and later. So probably 5 doesn't apply, and 7, as you can see, is server only. This one to me is what I actually want. Download them. Let me know if you've got when you've got something downloaded. I'll click the install button, and then once they're installed, you let me know, and I'll just let you know when I'm ready to restart. I don't want downtime. Why would I ever want downtime? It yeah, it makes no sense. So anyway, I went with 2. But reading over here, um, down install any available updates. It doesn't talk about restart. Don't know why. Download the settings automatically and notify. Um, yeah, and like I said, as written, this seems like the right thing for me, but it's not because it's gonna just gonna restart at some point. Ridiculous. Um, this one, if I'm install, I don't want them to automatically install. That's just that. This one, like I said, it looks like it's not. It didn't give me any options when I tried this earlier, and it looks like it's not actually available. Um, this makes me think it's not available Windows 10 and later. I'm on Windows 11, and this is for server only. Um, yeah, I don't know why this is the only one um, that talks about restart, but anyway, so that's what I found. If this works, I put a calendar event or an event in my calendar to remind myself to bring it back up in a couple months. But um, Yeah, sorry. That was all I had to say about the GP edit stuff, the group policy stuff, and auto updates. But it's YouTube's telling me that you're getting not enough video, so I'm trying to see if I can do anything about that while we're running. Maybe. Hmm. I changed the bit rate. That didn't seem to have any impact. Uh, hmm. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check it out later, I think. Um, this is around 12 minutes. I wonder if the video will be good even if the stream wasn't. Anyway, I'm gonna just go with it. Oh, it's open easier. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna reopen all my stuff is what I'm gonna do. Get Visual Studio open. Okay, and I'm in. Yeah, these deferred execution tests. We need some more assertions. Um, I'm gonna give this one more shot. Sorry, this the bit rate thing. We'll see what happens. Okay, so um, let's first characters. Let's do it again and make sure that the count is now two. Oh wait, index retrieval mapping count is still going to be one. That's it. So insert r equal 0 issue 1. This is going to be still We don't know that it's not null and true though. It's really frustrating. Wow, it doesn't even get it right here. Or whatever. And now we've accessed 0 twice. Let's run this. Okay. And then let's do um, those characters, nodes, element, next equals element dot next. There is true next dot target left of our next element are equal to next element dot value. Um, and then we're going to have two of these, and we're still going to only have, we're not going to have done an additional access on the 0th element, but we will now have one access on the first element. Great. All right. This is selects. Let's put it with the selects. Okay. So now where? What would I do? Okay. Um, naturally. Okay. For now, where element mod 2 equals 0 equals 0. Evens. So now evens. So first one's 2. We should have traversed 2, and the 0th one we should have traversed 1, and the first one we should have traversed once. So assertion here. Um, uh, okay, and then next we'll get a 4. And so here we should have traversed all 4. We'll have 2 for 0, 2 for 1, 2 and 3. We'll have a 3 and a 4, or a 1 and a 1. Deferred execution. Keeping first element because I want to do odds as well. Uh, this will be taking the first element. So now to get the first, we're going to get a 1. So we'll have only access to the 0th element. Do it again, bring me all the same stuff. And then if we get the next one, we'll have found 3. And so now we will have 2 accesses on the first one, 1 on the second one, 1 on the third, and none on the fourth. Great. So we already did select. First or default shouldn't be deferred. Concat. I certainly wrote all of the cases. Oh, concat is still concat. Okay. So now, first is this. Instrumented first. Second equals new array. Bar instrumented second. And then added equals instrumented first dot cat with instrumented second. Uh, So now, okay, instrument is second, catted, uh, instrumented first. We should have one of, and that should have been index 0. But instrument is second. We shouldn't have done anything yet. Then we got next, cert is true. Next, try get left, out bar, next element. Oops. And so now we should have gotten two accesses in first. Only one for the first element still, and only one for the second element, and we should have gotten none for the third. And so now next equals next element dot next. Third is true, next, try to get left, var, next element. And now here we're done with the first one. So these should remain the same, but now we'll have gotten one access into the second, and we should have the first element of the second one being accessed. All right, that failed. Why did it fail? Just double check I didn't do anything too stupid. I mean, I might still have, but okay, this is probably a bug in my instrumentation code. We tried to access a third, and we could not. I don't really know that that makes the most sense. Let me think real quick if there's a way around this, though. This is good though, because it also helps with the error situation. So it basically, if you go past the length, it means that you went to the right instead. I'm okay with this actually. Deferred access means that we went right side. Okay. Oops. Okay. And then I'm gonna go to select deferred again, and up here to this down here to distinct by. So this is distinct by deferred execution. So now we need some things that are not distinct. Okay, great. We should get ASDF, which means we did want access. Um, Here we should get PWER, which means we have two. And now here, next, try to get left. Um, so now we should get this one. Let's actually assert that. But to get there, we had to go through the whole rest of the list. So we should get to a 5, and then we should have a 1 on all of these. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You know what? Let's just change this to a 2 real quick and see what happens. Huh. Let's change this back. So I think this is correct. But now let's see if there's a bug. Result extensions, where query result, node stopper. So it's actually node extensions. It's not where, I'm doing distinct by. Which I believe delegates to where, but that's okay. Where? So we call the determinator and then we call left or right. So it's getting called no matter what. And then we'll either call left or we'll call right. Weird. It's only for QWER, it's not for the one that actually is a duplicate. So here, what index do you think we're at? We're at index 1. Yep. Why did all the rest of these light up? What? Let's get all this stuff. Element on next, this should return the same thing. Next and next should be the same. This shouldn't be, there's a bug in here. Okay, so shows the bug in where, so we're delegating to where. Um, whoops. So where element not shown by equals HDF. That's kind of similar. I don't know. Let's just see what happens. So this one, thank goodness that failed. Now go back. Right, because this is like exactly what's written for the same thing. Yeah, supposed to change this. I forget. True if the element is added. Oh, see what happens. Something with the hash set is messing it up. Okay, so oh, so what's happening is it does this and it's successful the first time. It does it again here and try get left, and it sees QWER and it tries to add that to the hash set again, which already has it because we've already done that operation. And then it goes here and here and here. Um, okay. So where so like enumerable where kind of has the same problem, right? If we have this plus this, um, if I do for each uh, collection assert, let's just go there, R equal, um, I do that, and then I do it a second time. The second one's going to fail. Pretty sure. Yeah, second one fails. As for the same reason, because this is context that's being passed to, is being reused for both of them. So this is already a thing. So distinct by needs to be implemented on its own. I'm trying to think, or without delegating to where I'm just trying to think if this in some way um, can be like, would an immutable hash set somehow do something here? I don't think so because we need where to be allowed to like pass it back to us or something. Um, pass the new one back to us. All right. Okay. Distinct by where is this stuff? So source. Ah, okay. So we need an internal overload. That oh, okay. Well, I shouldn't have removed the key selector stuff, but whatever, I'll get there in a second. So this should be hash set of T key and this kind of goes in here. Okay. So source distinctify key selector hash set. Okay. And then here we still need key selector. Right. Now, select left. From that element, we want to say hash set dot add element key selector element dot value. And if we're on the left, so this is true if it was added. So if we're on the left, we're ready to, yep, we've got an element ready to go. Element value, element next, key selector, hash set. Yep, think by element. Here. Element next where, okay, element next dot think by key selector. Okay. So let's go back to these tests and let's say distinct by bug. Uh, so this still passes, which is not the desired effect of having written this. Oh, I'm gonna do a really um, just super hacky. What else? I need to yeah, this deferred execution thing. Where did I start with the deferred execution? I don't know why that opened over there, but it did. This one is just a deferred execution test. Okay. So right, I need to keep track of that commit so that I remember to code review everything. Okay. So let's have a private next implementation. And then the lazy IQ result and t value t error next result. Okay. And then let's have this return this dot next result top value. Okay. And let's double check this. Yeah, okay, it's doing the right thing now. Ooh, okay, yeah. So this should be always should have been next element. I'm real nervous about this because it's effectively keeping it in memory. Um, so I'm thinking of it as though it's like as I go do a for each on an enumerable, I add each element to a list. That way I don't have to reevaluate the next time through the list through the enumerable, for example. That's how I'm thinking of it. But that's a list. That's the whole thing of it every time. It would be more like if I had a linked list and it's actually nothing even like that. Um, so if somebody has an a reference to the first element and they call next and they keep the reference to the first element. And we've got next result sitting there in the first element. And they've also stored it in the second element. Like they've got a reference to the second element. So we've got the second element in a reference to the second element in in first and a reference and the second element in second. Um, and then so if they stop using first, or if they just have like a for each, right? Like they've already the reference to first is gone, so this lazy can actually already be garbage collected. And as long as they're using second, it's going to be in memory. We just have a pointer to it. So I guess what I'm saying, it's not like a list where you either have all of the elements. If you have any of the elements, it can't be garbage collected yet. It's not like that. What we have here is that if you have a reference to this element, we can't garbage collect the next. Maybe that's the issue. So if you keep like second, if you keep a reference to second, so you're doing a for loop, and you just like have in there if um, query result mode. Um, right. If index equals 1, then second equals element, and blah, blah, blah. Uh, hmm, nodes. Okay. And so now we've gone through everything, and we've kept a handle to second. Um, so what's going to happen now is second has this lazy pointer to third, which has a lazy pointer to fourth, which has a lazy pointer to fifth, etc. So by keeping second around, we've got all of them already hanging out in evaluation land. Okay, lazy is not right. What we need is an immutable hash set, and we pass the immutable hash set every time. All right, immutable hash set. Did I get that for free? Looks like it. Okay. So I've never used this before. So let's sure, a builder looks nice. Oh, doesn't contain the constructor at all. Ah, nope. All right. I'm going to the docs. Let's see. Hopefully they give us something to actually look at. Mutable hash set dot create. I thought that's what I was doing. Let's see, I think the compare at this point. I fine. Oh, I had the TP part. I see. Create with compare. Okay. So now add previously held hash containing add value. Right. Let's go back to the docs. Methods add. I mean, there's no way this is going to return the same instance if they're equal or something, right? Add origin. Sure. New root. Oh, so that contains the added value. Offset dot contains. I'm gonna have to do it twice. Oh my god. Var key equals key selector element dot value. If hash set not hash set dot contains, then hash set dot add key return true, otherwise return false. Variable hash that you something like return the original instance if the item already existed. Okay. Now let's confirm this still works. Whoa. Okay. Mhm, mhm. Should be the new hash set. Ay, ay, ay. Hopefully this is fixed now. Nope. Wow. Ah, okay. This was supposed to fail. Okay. These are not bugs. Let's remove these. Um, that's fine. Oh, I kept the lazy thing in there. This is the worst part. So, cool. So now I want to see, now I'm basically testing hash set. Immutable system collections, immutable offset create. Um, we will let me push these changes.